What a wild start to this Saturday morning across the Bay Area. I'm sure many of you woke up, if you live in San Francisco, to that tornado warning. And many of you also woke up to some strong winds, some heavy rainfall. That system quickly made its way past the Bay Area throughout the earlier morning hours. Just a couple of isolated showers this afternoon. But I do really want to recap the tornado warning and the tornado threat because it was a pretty powerful system that blew through the peninsula. Let's take a closer look at exactly what caused the tornado warning to be issued, because there was definitely indicated rotation, even though it wasn't necessarily confirmed or there wasn't any pictures of it. There wasn't an observer on the ground to identify it. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. So here again, we are seeing more widespread activity, and we can see that line of showers and even a little bit of rotation from this system as it's making its way over the peninsula. Then as it makes its way about 6:05, we're going to continue to see, again, look at that. That is what we call a hook echo, or a very weak one at that, but either way, that is a very clear signal that there is some sort of rotation embedded in this storm system. That storm system quickly moved off to way to our north, and then after that, the warning was expired at about 6:09. So again, when it comes to rotation, this is how we know if a tornado is actually occurring. Rotation, and whether or not that rotation is reaching the ground. So did we have rotation? Yes. The reds and the greens right next to each other and very close proximity means that there was rotating air, and definitely a rotating column of air heading towards San Francisco, which is the reason that they did issue the tornado warning in the first place. It was issued again at around 5:52, and then that area of rotation moved directly over the peninsula. It moved over the west side of San Francisco, made its way up towards the Richmond district and even up towards the marina as well. But again, that is the center of that circulation as it made its way over the peninsula. However, you notice how weak it is? Those colors aren't nearly as bright or as vibrant as they could be. And that lets you know it's a very weak rotation that made its way over the area and then weakened and weakened even more as it's made its way farther north and farther east. So there might have been a brief time that there was radar indicated rotation, a brief time that there might have been a little shear or a way for that rotation to reach the ground. Whether or not it was confirmed, though, still a big question mark. The National Weather Service does have to go out and survey damage. And I know there was a lot of downed tree limbs and downed power lines. So there was definitely a potential that this could have been our first tornado here in San Francisco since at least 1986, when the records go back to, because we haven't seen a tornado warning here in the city since 1986 or before. So do keep that in mind. It was a very rare occurrence early this morning. Luckily, it could have been worse. I know there was power outages, there was downed tree limbs, but I hope everybody stayed safe this morning, and we're picking up the pieces into this afternoon.